Hey, it's Ann here, and thanks for watching this video today. Today I've kind of got a little bit of a treat. I decided to just grab a question from one of the Facebook groups and answer it in the form of a screen capture video. So today is all how-to, and if you're just starting out creating your own programs and products, information products, courses, maybe just presentations in general, I think this video will come in handy for you, because if you've ever wondered how to take your slides, your PowerPoint slides or your keynote slides, and then pop them in and make them a video, record something, make them a video, then this is definitely a video for you. My question actually comes in from Kim, and I wanted to acknowledge her because I think that asking questions along the way is a great way to make sure that you actually do launch. The people who don't speak up, who don't ask, they don't launch, they don't learn anything, and they don't move forward. So here to Kim, who said she needed recommendations for a program to take her PowerPoint presentations and voice to the PowerPoint and then to the video. So Kim, sit back, relax. This one is for you. If you do use this video will show you the tools I use, and I work on a Mac. So if you don't use a Mac, you can still get something from this video because I share a few of the tools to do a screen capture and do the same sort of process on the PC. And in fact, it's the one I'm using as I create, well, not I, but I helped my daughter, my 7-year-old, create her Minecraft Let's Play videos. So it's the same thing, I've realized. In fact, it's almost exactly the same thing. It feels the same. The workflow is exactly the same. So head on inside, and I hope this answers your question. And today I'm going to be using Keynote and ScreenFlow because I'm on the Mac. Those are what I use. However, you might be using PowerPoint or Camtasia if you are on the PC or if you have a PC computer. Both of them run pretty similarly. I recently started using Camtasia to help my daughter capture her Minecraft playing, and it's the same deal. Basically, it's a piece of software that captures what is happening on your screen, as well as your voice. So I do suggest that you get at least somewhat okay microphone, something that will make your voice not sound like you're just in a room. I think that's, like right now, I'm using just the onboard microphone for my MacBook Pro. However, when I'm recording things for a course or any kind of other presentation, I generally use my Yeti microphone. However, that's not necessarily the cheapest for everybody. So for a long time, I used my Logitech headset that had like a little attachment, kind of made me feel like an operator, so you could get one of those. Or I'll list a few other options that might work for you underneath the video. Everything is you can get everything at Amazon or just at your basic store. You don't have to go crazy with this. However, if you plan on doing more of these in the future, getting a nice setup for yourself is super important. So first things first, so again, this is for the Mac. I won't be able to answer questions about the PC, really only on a very basic level, but this is what I do. So I have my slides. These are slides for a recent webinar I did called How to Run Your Business Like a Launch. You can kind of see over here down the side if I haven't chopped it off already. So if you don't see any slides down the side, that just means I did some fancy editing. But basically, you're going to have this screen where all of your stuff is. On most PowerPoint type softwares, there is a play button, and you can definitely do that when you're doing recording, but I actually think it's better for you to be able to see where you're headed because you can always crop down so the only thing that's showing is your actual slide. So I highly recommend, unless you are actually presenting something live, to just keep it in this presentation kind of editing mode. And then all you're going to do as you go through the slides is kind of move your cursor down through the content. Now, I'm not giving you any how to set up your actual PowerPoint, but know that there are ways to get things to animate, like if you want bullets to come on the page. For this webinar, I did not do that. And if you want that type of effect, then you may need to use the play button. However, this is generally what I do. So I have my, if you can see here, I have my PowerPoint open. I opened ScreenFlow, and I'm going to just show the recording monitor. So this shows that I'm using the built-in microphone. It shows some other things as well. But generally what you can do is, the key things when you're recording is to make sure you know what screen you're recording, where the video is being recorded from, and where the audio is being recorded from. Those are key things, because sometimes you might, if you don't set it up correctly, you might just get a blank screen with no voice. So just make sure to check your settings that you are indeed recording your screen and your voice. And you can just do a few minute test, just go blah blah blah, blah blah blah, and then stop the recording and save it really quick. Just save the actual file and just make sure it's saved in your ScreenFlow, Camtasia, screen capture software. So that is step one. So once you've done your test, all you're going to do is hit record, which is what's going on right now. Hit record and start at the top and present your material as if you were live. Once you get to the end, and what I will say is, if you have things that you know you've done throughout the presentation that were errors, or things that you want to, I don't know, cut some other image in, then make those notes as you're going along. The great thing is that what's going to happen is once you hit stop on your, and I'm going to actually show you that, so hold on just a second. Okay, so once you are finished with your recording, assuming everything went the way you wanted it to, and of course you can just test this out yourself. Once you do that, then you're going to hit stop record, and what will happen generally, and this has happened on Camtasia, I can definitely confirm that, and Keynote as well. A little screen will pop up like this. So when you say you're done recording, it generally just treats it like, okay, you've finished your movie and that is it. So this one, I kind of just created just now for you. And you can see everything on the screen. I'm not going to play it just because, okay, let me just move the cursor. So you can see that this is what's on the screen. You can kind of hear my voice, yada, yada, yada. So what you're going to do once you have this is you can click, there's a way to crop into almost any of these softwares. For Keynote, it's this little guideline here, resizing the canvas area. And generally what I do is I just kind of pull it in so it will show. Let's say you're doing this for your product or your class. You want to pull it in so it really hides everything else. Actually, let me pull this up just because it's kind of tough to get this going. Okay, so once you do that, then you can hit apply. There it is, done. You can, of course you can play around with it, make sure that there's no white showing, however you want to do this, it's totally fine. And I would say, make sure that before you start your recording, you set your slides up so that you're not going to have to move it around, because that just makes it more difficult. See, I didn't move anything around, I just kind of clicked inside the presentation here. I didn't go like this. So that's important not to do that, or else you're going to be editing some other things and it won't work so well. So once you have that, you crop it in so that you like what you see. This is what people are going to see on the screen. Then I would do another quick save. Just make sure that once you record something, even if you're not going to edit it right away, just save it as a point of saving it. And this really was just a lame way to name it, but regardless. So then for me, I was like, okay, so then what's next? Exporting it. So exporting it, you choose your video settings. I always choose the highest that I can get it because, and also I try not to scale it too much. It just depends on where I'm editing because one of my computers, it doesn't have a ton of space. So let's just say for the sake of this, you know that you are going to want your thing to be like 572 by 426, whatever. Just know that you're likely going to be uploading it to Vimeo or YouTube, and they can handle all that. So don't worry your pretty little head about it. So you figure out what your settings are going to be, and this is just experimentation. No one taught me how to do this. You just, you most likely are going to want web high. If you have a ton of space, maybe you'll do lossless. I don't know, but I think that just do web high for now. I think that has worked for me so far. Make sure you know where it's saving to, and I would say if you've got Dropbox, try to save it there. Connect to Dropbox. That's another video. And then export, and then you've got your video. Now, what you might want to do before you do that, so you've done this, maybe you have some editing notes, you can just go in. And let's say right here is essentially where you want to cut out a whole section. All you have to do is split your clips right where you want that mark to be. Like right now, I'm using just the onboard mic. And then you're like, yeah, I don't really want to say that about the onboard mic. So let's add another split. And then literally you just hit delete. I'm not going to, only because I'm going to use all this for this actual video. So you can just cut and move. I actually find ScreenFlow editing is way easier than iMovie editing. So you have that. One other note about Keynote is that it does allow you to record video. It is morning here. I decided not to do that, but you can record your own video as well to put in the kind of lower area here, if you've ever seen that before, the screen in screen. And then that little video you can move anywhere you want on your overall image. So I say, here's the thing. I just want you to know that this is not rocket science. Screen capture software captures your entire screen. Once you edit it, once you stop your recording, then you can go in and figure out how you want it to look. So you can edit out little bits of the actual image that people might see. You might be like, oh, I don't want people to know that I've got like my money stuff on the desktop. You show what you want to show. And I think ScreenFlow is one of those tools that is super important that you get to know fast because you can use it for so many things. It's great, especially if you're creating content for other people. And it's not just for courses and webinars. You can use it for other things as well. So hopefully this was helpful. It just was like a quick little how to turn your slides into a movie. That's it. And how to turn your slides into something that you're eventually going to put up on a membership site. So hopefully that was helpful, and I will be back again. And if you like these ScreenFlow videos, like these screen capture videos, let me know. I have a ton more that I could do because I do get questions like this all the time. Not this exact one, but I have other ones, other pieces of software and kind of work process, like how do you do that I can easily show you. So let me know what you think. Of course, if you like this video, like it. If you want to subscribe and get more videos every single week from me, plus a whole lot more, because this is only one place that I show up for you. So go ahead and do that and leave me a comment below, and have a great rest of your day.